Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I've got another video lined up for you. We're going to be checking out the new line of Micashift powders from 8-Bit Baits. And I've got them all here in the tray. We're going to flip over here. I'm going to go through all the colors with you, and then we're going to build a couple of these right here on the channel for you to check out. So let's flip over, do that, get some plastic hot, and make some baits. I've got our tray over here, and I'm going to go through some of these colors and kind of give you the name and give you a little bit of the glare as to what the color looks like. This is Iridium. Then we have Tempest, which is number 2. We have Neo, number 3. We've got Morpheus. And then we have Trinity. Then it gets to a little bit different color scheme. This is Swamp Crawl here. Sunset Slough. Dirty Delta. Atomic Crawl, and one of the greatest names of all, Who's Your Crawdaddy? Right there. That is a cool lineup of colors, and we'll check some of them out here today. We're gonna start off with the top color, and that is going to be Tempest, which is MS-002, and this is the new Micashift powder that we're gonna start with. But before we do that, we're gonna add some Bait Plastics Black, and I'm going to do about 9 drops of this. So 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And that's gonna give that a really nice background for our Micashift. Now I'm getting the Micashift opened, and we're gonna add a 1/16 of a teaspoon into this 1 cup amount. Drop that in there like so. And then I thought what would be a good pairing, because you can kind of see the color on that lid there, is if we did some siren scales in the Sub-Zero. And I'm gonna add a 1/16 of those to this as well, because who doesn't love some good siren scales? Add a 1/16 of a teaspoon of this into there. And let's see what we got, fellas. Give this a little drizzle and then a mix. And it's gonna look dark in the cup. That's just how it is with black. As soon as you get to pouring it into anything like a test mold or into your actual mold, you'll realize pretty quickly that that is not the case, and it is still plenty translucent. But yeah, there we go. There's that. Now I want this to have a little bit more texture. I'm going to add some of this Bait Plastics. This is 0.040 black. I'm gonna sprinkle some of this in there. And this is gonna give it some texture. You'll get to see it on the knife here in just a minute. Or on the spatula, I should say. Let's see. There we go. Now we're getting a little bit of texture. I want a little bit more than that. We're gonna do kind of a shad color here. Drizzle this in, give it another mix. And there we go. You can see that Micashift working its magic now. And that black flake just gives it a little bit of extra so that it doesn't look so solid. And I think that is going to be a good top color. Now I'm gonna show you how to make the base color that's gonna be used on both of these colors. And it is super simple. We're gonna be using some pearlescent from LureWorks. This is 246. And in this 1 cup amount, I use about 10 drops. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 thereabouts. Ain't gonna be perfect. Somewhere in there is just fine. And then I go in with some 0.015 silver flake from Bait Plastics and dump some of that in there. And it's just a nice shad kind of base, and it blends pretty much with everything. I use this color for a lot of my laminate bases. It's just super simple, and it has a nice light color with some shine. Give you a closer look at this right here. But that is all we need, just a little bit of background and some silver flake. First color combo up for discussion here. This is the base color that we decided on. That's that pearl white with the silver flake in it. And then here is the Tempest with a little bit of black and some Sub-Zero siren scales with some 0.04 black flake. And those are going to look absolutely insane together. Let's get these things laminated. We got our colors up to temp here. We have our Tempest and our belly color. We're gonna shoot the chatterbait first, then we'll flip over and do the darter. They're not quite the same size, so they just don't clamp up very well together. But let's get going here. pull these up. We will purge our injector slightly and see if we can't get a good laminate out of this. There's 1, 2, and 3. And then I'll clean this out and go to the darter because I don't know that I have enough to shoot the darter all in one go. We're all cleaned out and now we're gonna move on to the darter. Let's mix this up, make sure our black flake hasn't settled since it's a little bit bigger flake. Give it a little mix, make sure it's nice and up towards the top. And then we'll pull this up, do a little purge, see if we can't make some darters, shall we? I've actually got my block on the right side this time. I hate when I get this handle on the wrong side where I can't reach it comfortably. It gets all kinds of weird. Let's do a little demold. I'm actually gonna do the darter first. That one's pretty warm still. But let's do the darter. Here we go. Open this thing up and man, what a cool shad laminate that is. You can kind of see that blue coming through. There you go. Had to flip it over, but that is that awesome blue Micashift that we mixed up in the Tempest color along with that base color, which is just a basic pearl white. What a cool looking bait that is. I like that. That would be an absolute killer in some clear water for sure. But that is it in the darter. Let's take a look at it in the chatterbait. Crack and open the chatterbait now. Oh man, brother, that looks freaking sweet. I love that. I cannot wait to see the other color combo with this same belly. But man, what a cool looking bait that is. I love these Micashifts so far. Our second color is up to temp, and now we're gonna do it the same way. We're gonna use our bait plastics black and use 9 drops. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. There is our background, and now we're gonna be using Atomic Crawl. This is MS-009. Pull this off and I'll show you the lid. There is the lid. Got some nice golds in there. And I'm gonna put a 1/16 of a teaspoon into our cup here. And similar to before, I'm going to use some siren scales as well. And what I found for siren scales is this Scorpion SS-207. And this is the siren scales we're gonna be putting in here. And I'm going to take a 1/16 of those and dump them in here as well. Drop those in. Those are some pretty big flakes. The other ones were a touch smaller, but I think it's gonna look good. We'll drizzle some of this over the top and get a little mix on, shall we? See how much gold comes through here. I'm guessing it's gonna be a decent bit looking at it. Yeah, we're definitely getting some gold. Look at that blade on the spatula there. Yeah, that's gonna look good. I'm also gonna add some flake just like before. I'm gonna be using the .040 hex black. Kind of give it the same vibe. Just a little bit different color here. See what this looks like. Okay, we're getting there. I need a little bit more flake than that. Sometimes this bottle is a little bit hard to gauge how much you're putting in there, I would say. Give this a mix. Okay. Yeah, that's looking pretty good now. I like that. We're gonna see how this laminates with our base color, and I think it's gonna look pretty freaking sweet. But let me get you a closer look at it right here. Oh yeah, got some green to gold, maybe even a hint of blue, but that is going to be a pretty solid top color there. We've got our second color hot here, and now we're gonna move on to doing an injection. I think if I pull enough up, I can shoot these at the same time, but let's find out, shall we? There we go, pull those up, slight purge, then we're gonna go right into shooting, starting with the chatterbait. Oh, that looks so good. The runner of that looked so good. Okay, on to the darter. Please have enough, baby, please have enough. Don't let me down right here at the end. Don't let me down right now. I think we had enough. I think we're good, but that takes about every ounce of that twin injector to be able to fill both of those. But we'll wait till these cool off and we'll do a little demold. This is the atomic crawl and the base. Holy crap, guys. That gives some major shad vibes. I'm gonna have to flip this over where you can see it, but wow. Holy crap, let me pull one of these out. That is a beautiful bait. That gives some like herring vibes. That would be pretty freaking good in a herring lake, I think. I like that a lot. That is like the perfect translucency too. You can just barely see into that hook slot, and I think that makes a cool effect as well. But yeah, we'll get these under some better lighting and get some more footage of them. But I just wanted to show you what those look like coming out of the mold, and we will see if you guys think they look good too. But we'll flip over and do the darter now while we have it handy. Crack the darter open. That is a cool pattern though. I like that a lot. Here we go with the darter and kind of the same vibe. Let me get it upside down where you can see it. And there we go. That is the darter. I'll pull one out so that you can take a look at it. Here we go. That is the darter. What a cool looking little bait that is. That green to gold shows up very nicely there. We'll show you some finished baits. This is the Tempest color scheme in the shatter bait. Not a bad looking bait at all. You can see all the Micashift in there doing what it's supposed to and just making a nice looking bait with minimal effort. But that is it in the shatter bait, and here it is in the darter. It doesn't show up quite as good in the darter, but it is still pretty dang close, and it shows up nice in all of the scales there, how they catch light like that. But what I'm more excited for is this color that's coming up now, and it is the second color, which happens to look like Tennessee shad on steroids. This is such a nice color. This is the Atomic Crawl, and it just has an unbelievable finish on it. I like that a lot. It catches a lot of light, and I decided to put some .015 chartreuse flake in it at the last second, and it just makes such a cool pattern. That would be a crazy wild Tennessee shad, but yeah, that is it in the shatterbait, and we'll obviously see it again in the darter. But yeah, what a cool color combination and an easy way to get those effects. All right guys, here is a last look at these baits on the tray, and holy crap, does that Atomic Crawl look freaking good. Quickly becoming one of my favorites, but I have been happy with everything that I have tested so far, and these are just some that really stand out to me as something that is different from the rest. Wow, those are cool. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy checking out this lineup. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed checking out some of these powders from 8-Bit of this new Micashift line. The Atomic Crawl is quickly becoming one of my favorite powders that I've got to try from them. If you want to use any of these powders, you can use them in the way that I showed you today. Put that black base in there, and that should look great with any of these powders. And if you want to pick up any of these powders for yourself, I'll leave a link down in the description to 8-Bit Baits, where you can pick yourself up this line or any other line that they carry. All of their stuff has been phenomenal. And also, shameless plug while we're here, if you want to pick up any of these trays or the hanging racks to be able to put the 8-Bit products on your wall, This is a new product that I am manufacturing. There's a video, the last video behind this one covers some of that. And as you can tell with these new trays, they have raised edges and these things are in there. They are not coming out easily, but yet you can still just pick them up, put them back down. And they're cheap, so that is a great solution if you want to store your 8-bit products. I've also got some racks that hang them on the wall and display them so that you can see all of the colors and the labels. But that was a shameless plug for some products that I have been working on. Link in the description below for that. As well as a link to Epic Bait Molds if you want to pick up some of the molds we use today. The Shatterbait and the Darter are amazing molds, and I enjoy shooting them a whole bunch. But like and subscribe, it helps the channel out tremendously. I'll throw some of these on the website, just the few that I have made for this video. And until next time, I will catch you guys in the next video.